Good morning, y'all. I'm going to show y'all how to do a crock pot beef stroganoff. And it only takes a few items to put in your crock pot and then wait about 4 hours and supper will be done. First, you're going to need about a pound of browned meat. Okay, I actually had some leftover meat that I had browned from some tacos. And so I'm going to use that, a pound. Okay, you will need a can of cream of mushroom soup. Off brand, any brand you want to use, okay? You will need a packet of onion soup and dip mix, okay? Mine, of course, is off brand. You will need a can of beef broth. Again, it's off brand, okay? Y'all getting the picture? And then you will need a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And you will need some garlic powder. You will need 1 to 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. It depends on if your preference, if you love garlic powder or if you just kind of, it's okay. So garlic powder, and you will need half a cup of sour cream and a bag of egg noodles, okay? So first what we're going to do is we're going to add our soups in, and we'll add our meat in last. So first we're going to add our cream of mushroom soup. Caitlin, would you mind getting me the garlic powder, baby? I forgot it. I forgot to grab my garlic powder. Get my daughter to help me. This is such an easy recipe, y'all. So we're going to put our can of cream of mushroom soup. Thank you, baby. Can y'all see that? Probably not. Okay. Get all the extras out. Okay. We're going to add our packet of soup mix. Of course, like always, I try to put the written recipe in the comments. So if you miss an ingredient or a measurement, just go to the comments and look at the recipe. And just a reminder, when you go and click on the links to the recipes, that takes you to my website. When you go to a recipe, you have to scroll all the way down past all the ads. You have to scroll all the way down past all the ads, and the recipe is always at the bottom. That is just how it is. I know people complain, but that is just how it is. Okay, so we're going to open our can of beef broth. This is a 14-ounce can. Okay, we're going to add about half that can and give it a whisk it here a little bit. Okay, add the rest of that. We are going to add a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. If you can pronounce that word and spell it, you're doing good. Okay, there's a teaspoon of that. And we really like garlic powder, so we're going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Let's clean that off a little bit. But remember, a recipe is a guide. If you don't like garlic powder, leave out the garlic powder. Very simple. Okay, so we have our cream of mushroom, we have our onion soup, we have our beef broth, our Worcestershire sauce, our garlic powder. Next is the meat. Okay, in this crock pot meal, you will need to add your ground beef already cooked. I know I'm kind of lazy and I like to add raw meat in, but this recipe is for brown meat. This was some leftover. I had made tacos a few nights ago. I have a leftover that looks pretty much like a pound, so I'm gonna add that in there. Ooh, doesn't that look good, y'all? Okay. I'm gonna give that a taste and see if I think it needs. I usually don't add any salt, but let's see if it needs anything. That's pretty good. I think that's good. Okay. So what we do next is we're going to put this on low for 4 hours. We're going to cook it on low for 4 hours. 30 minutes before we're going to serve it, before it's done, like 3.5 hours, I will cook some egg noodles, okay? I will cook these just how the directions say. I will then cook these noodles, drain off the liquid. I will add the noodles to my beef stroganoff, and then I will add my sour cream, a half a cup of sour cream. So we're going to put the lid on this. We've got it on low. We'll come back in 4 hours, and I will add my noodles and my sour cream, and then we will, if you come back 30 minutes later, I guess, and then we'll taste it. Okay. Hey y'all, it is time to add my noodles and sour cream to my crock pot beef stroganoff. Ooh, look at that. Y'all, it smells so good. Look at that. Can y'all see that? Yum. Okay, let's add the noodles. I have cooked these noodles and drained the water. Yum. Look at that. Wonderful. Put that pan over there. Let's give this a stir, and then we're going to add in our sour cream. Ooh, that looks good. We're going to add, you can add between a half a cup and a cup. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this, and it's a cup, okay? Ooh, wait. Wish y'all could smell this. Oh my goodness. 2 hours on high, or let's see, let me look here, 4 hours on low. So it just depends on how quick you want to get supper done. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? That, y'all, looks so yummy. And I just used, this was Aldi sour cream. This said 16 ounces, but I used half of it. And really, sitting here looking at it, you probably could have added, maybe a half a cup more. It's just really personal preference. We're going to try this. I know that in the instructions earlier, I said that 30 minutes before you serve it up, add the sour cream. Well, I'm going to go ahead and taste it because I think it's done. I don't think I'm going to have to wait 30 minutes to eat it, because as hot as it is, and the flavors might, soak in a little bit more of the sour cream if you did let it cook maybe another 10-15 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and serve some up. Another option, in which I was sitting here debating on it myself, Another option that you can do is add some frozen corn, okay? That would be delicious. I kept going back and forth, but I think just for this recipe, I am just gonna leave out the corn. So good. And remember, I just added some leftover ground beef that I had browned in the first of the week for some tacos. Look at that. Let's taste of that, see what we think. Let's get that over just a hair. Oh, y'all, that looks delicious. I wouldn't even mind having a spoon so I could get some of that soup. It's not real soupy. You can tell there's a little bit of soup, but it's not like soupy. I bet it's hot. Y'all, that is so good. And it only had a few ingredients. Look at that. Y'all need to try my Crockpot beef stroganoff for sure.